Plaintiff Karen Elwer says the defendant is her nephew, and he used to abuse prescription pills. Karen claims since his addiction, the defendant's personality has changed, and he and his girlfriend, the co-defendant, fight constantly and throw things at each other. Karen's suing them today for the balance due on a loan. Defendants Daryl Lacey and his girlfriend Rashonda Best admit that they fight like a normal couple, but insist their fights aren't outrageous and they never throw things at each other. They insist Karen forgave the loan she's suing for today.
Start with you.
Yes. Your Honor, Daryl Lacey is my nephew. Rashonda is his longtime girlfriend. And Daryl and Rashonda have 4 beautiful children. And I tell you, I love those kids very much, and I would do anything for those kids. And a couple years ago, Daryl told me he was abusing prescription pain pills, but he told me—
What type?
Like hydrocodone, something like that. But he told me he's no longer doing that, okay, which is a good thing. And I guess I'm concerned. I think his personality has changed. And
How so? In what way?
He seems angry all the time, blames everyone else for his problems. Him and Rashonda, they fight all the time. This is in front of the kids. Heard they throw things at each other. Daryl works full time, but they never seem to have any money. Recently, they were in danger of having their car repossessed, but they did sell that to pay off a title loan, so now they have no car. And
Let me ask you first, ma'am. Do you all have a chaotic household? And if so, has his personality changed?
No, not recently. Here recently we've been getting along great. No, of course every couple has their spats, but never anything outrageous. Of course everybody's going to argue, but here recently—
Not throwing things.
No.
I don't know where that's coming
Never
from.
thrown anything,
Okay.
and especially in front of our children.
You don't have a drug abuse problem?
No, I used to. I'll be honest with you. I used to, but that's the whole point of moving back to Ohio, was getting off of them, getting around people I used to go to school with. I mean, I'm trying to better myself. And yeah, we don't have much money. I do work full time. She no longer works. I did sell the car because we have kids. You got to do what you got to do.
You work midnights and days?
No, just days.
Yeah, so you need to work midnights too.
Hey, I was going to get another.
Work nights too. Yeah, my mother did. She had 4 boys. She worked midnights and she was a house cleaner during the day.
I'm trying. I'm trying to do what I can do.
Until you're working 2 jobs, you're not trying enough. Go ahead, ma'am.
okay, and well, they recently, within the last week, got evicted from their house. And this is the house for—
What happened there?
That's another reason I sold the car, so I could pay my rent.
Okay, so what circumstances have changed for you recently?
She was working full-time, pretty much full-time.
Until when?
Huh?
Until when?
About a month ago. About a month ago.
It was more than that, like 2 months ago, something like that.
She quit her job.
Did
She
you?
quit.
I did. I had to quit because
Why?
it was the distance and my hours weren't— it was costing too much.
It was costing us work for her to work.
That's a primary example of what's going on around the country. That's why they need to raise the minimum wage. And so, perfect example.
Your Honor,
People always think that poor folks don't work or don't want to work. No, that's not the case. They
Your
do
Honor.
their best and they're still poor.
Your Honor, I have done mechanic work on the side. Like, I just put a transmission in a car while I'm doing a full-time job, trying to make money.
Okay.
I'm not just sitting around whenever
convinced.
I'm not at work.
Because that's what you do when you can't make ends meet and you only have one job. You go and try and look high and low for a second job.
Your
So
Honor.
what do you want?
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to give the young man some inspiration and some advice to take care of his family so maybe he can pay you in the future. What? Your
I'm
Honor,
sorry.
what?
He is the best liar in the world. His parents would watch the kids so she could work, and he is not looking for a second
Why
job
did she quit her job?
because someone laughed at her because she went into work and she wasn't supposed to.
That's not true.
It is
That's
true.
See,
It
once
is
again,
true.
that catches half the story.
That's one of the most ridiculous things
It-
I've heard. $1,500, ma'am. This is going to the loan. I believe him, and I know a liar when I see him.
Thank
He
you.
might be a good liar, but he's not as good as I am in detecting one. How does he owe you for the loan, ma'am?
Well, they were living with his parents and they wanted to rent a house. They had a proposition for my husband and I, and they said they had found this house and they would like to rent it, but they did not have money for first and last month's rent and security deposit. And that total was going to be $1,900. And then they was also going to need another $600 to buy used appliances because they did not get that with the house. And this was in October of 2014. So they wanted to borrow $2,500 from us with the understanding that they would pay us back, and I know you're going to tell me I'm stupid, when they got their income tax refund. I know, but I care about these kids. I do. I care about these kids, and I wanted what was best for the kids. And so my husband and I did it, and I love Daryl and Rashonda. You know, they've been part of my life forever, you know.
Okay, it was $2,500, now it's $1,500.
Because they paid me $1,000 back, and I had to threaten.
You act like they're deadbeats and don't want to pay their bills.
Well, I
the man paid you $1,000, and they're working poor. And anybody that can't go beyond 1 month, that means for the most part, either they've been living ghetto fabulous and spending all their money on Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all this other stuff, and he doesn't give me that impression. So that means he...
Pains and fruit of the loom, Your Honor.
Fruit of the loom, that's right.
But they got $9,000.
Ma'am, if they gave you $1,000, they have good intentions, ma'am.
No, they got $9,000 income tax refund.
What'd you do with your income tax?
The original agreement was she was going to pay them back.
What did you do with your income
I
tax?
paid off my car.
$9,000 worth.
I only got $3,500. I paid off my car that I had.
What'd you do with yours?
I paid back $1,000 that I owed to Karen, and then with the remaining $3,000, I owed his mom a little bit from just loaning here and there, and the rest went towards the kids and catching up utilities.
Yeah, all right, I'm convinced that you all are trying to do the right thing. Do you have any defense to paying her $1,500?
She sent my fiance a message on Facebook.
We had texted back and forth in March. It was right around Easter because it was about Easter dinner, and said, you know what, you paid $1,000. The rest of it, let's just call it water under the bridge. We're not hurting for anything. Karen.
No.
In a message.
You have that message?
I do not, because I had blocked her on Facebook because I was just over the drama. So once you block somebody, anything that's connected, that just disappears.
So what do you think changed between the time she told you it's water under the bridge and today when
we didn't go to
We didn't go to Easter dinner, and we just really didn't have anything.
Now you all telling me something ridiculous. Describe that.
No.
Tell me what happened.
She had told her, and I believe that she had invited me also, everybody, the whole family. Well, I didn't want to go over there because it's just, she has one of my family members' phones wired to her computer somehow. So whenever she gets a phone call, it shows up at her house who's calling. She drives past my work. If I'm not there,
I do not.
My dad wanting to know where I'm at.
Oh, do you have a relative's phone wired?
No, I do not.
Yes, she does.
I don't know where he comes up with
She gets on her
that.
Facebook
I
because
do
she
not.
wants her money and looks up who she's talking to.
I do not.
So what happened with the Easter dinner? You didn't go.
I didn't go.
And then what?
She went and sued.
You may not have wanted you there. Don't come over here till you have my money. That's how I'd have been. I wouldn't have wanted you over for Easter.
That's what I thought.
I said, don't you come over here till you have my
That's
money.
why when we were texting back and forth and she had said, you know, everything's clear.
I have the text.
Don't worry about it. We're not hurting for anything. You guys just come for
No,
dinner.
I have the
and
text.
No drama or nothing. Just come and enjoy yourself.
I have the
Hard
text.
feelings.
All right, what is
have
it
the
you want to
text.
read from the text? I heard you all 5 times.
Okay.
I heard you all 5 times.
They're lying.
What is it you want to
They
read
are
from
lying.
the text? What is it you want to read from the text?
April 27th, I will be making a $200 payment, which he did not do on.
Let's see that. What do you say to that?
I was under the impression I was still going to be able to make payments. And then all of a sudden, my dad tells me that she's suing me.
No, you told me just now that she
Because
told you there's water under the bridge and don't worry about it.
That was after the whole. That was after that whole agreement. Of
When was it?
making-
When did she call you and say that?
It was. We didn't call on the phone. It was right around Easter time.
Easter.
Yeah.
All right, Easter is before April 27th, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, so, and he told her April 27th he'd pay a judgment for the plaintiff, $1,500. Have a good day.
I still love these guys.
I'm good.
Then.
I love them, but I've helped them out lots and lots, but
For certain reasons. There's reasons behind it.
Motives.
there's no motives.
My dad's her brother. I've heard it.